Let's stay with the Mandela Day theme. Our reporters are out and about across the country tracking various celebrations, taking you as we begin with Malungelo Booi. You are in Pretoria. Very good morning to you, where the Climate Justice Coalition will march to the union buildings to demand that government come up with an emergency renewable energy plan to end load shedding. South Africans are tired. What are the expectations there?
That's right, Mpo. Those activists will begin to arrive here at around 9:30, we understand. They will protest here at the Department of Minerals and Energy for about 67 minutes. Part of their protest essentially is calling on government to come up with that emergency renewable energy plan to deal with the country's energy crisis, but they'll also be calling on the Minister of Energy and Mineral Resources, Gwede Mantashe, to step down, because they're saying essentially he has failed to ensure that the country does achieve that much talked about energy mix in order to be able to deal with the country's energy crisis. From here, then Mpo, they'll march to the presidency, to the union buildings. That's where they'll be handing over a memorandum of demands and also a petition that's been signed by many South Africans who are tired of load shedding, where they're essentially calling on government to act. It's interesting, Mpo, when you look at the numbers. In fact, I was reading a report this morning that says each time the country experiences stage 6 load shedding, we lose about 6 billion rand to the country's GDP. And in fact, there are projections already, Mpo, that next year the country's GDP will drop by 1.2%. And that's why then activists are saying that government needs to act, and act very fast. In fact, if you go back to 2003, Mpo, the white paper, that's the policy document on renewable energy, it's clear. It says government must do everything they can, everything possible, to invest resources in renewable energy to ensure that the country does achieve that much needed energy mix. But when you talk to many people, including activists, they will tell you that government has essentially failed in that regard. Mpo?
Yeah, let's leave it there for now, Malungelo Booi, as we crisscross to our reporter Refiloe Seboko, who is also following government officials, residents and other stakeholders who will be cleaning the Appice River in Makapanstad in the northwest. Refiloe, good morning. We know that that area has been marred with water supply challenges. What are the expectations for today?
Well, of course, Mpo, like you're saying, this area has been marred by a lot of water supply challenges, and residents raising concerns even previously that the water here, the quality of water is very poor. And I think this is why the Department of Water and Sanitation have decided that on this Mandela Day they will be coming here to be on a campaign of cleaning this Appice River that we are currently in. We are expecting the Deputy Minister of Department of Water and Sanitation, Dikeledi Makatsi, who will be leading the government officials together with officials from the private sector. They'll be coming here for the campaign of cleaning the Appice water, which is the location that we are in right now in Makapanstad in Moretele local municipality in the northwest. And one of those stakeholders that will be coming here is the Magalies Water, and I'm joined now currently by the spokesperson of Magalies Water, Mr. David Magai, to tell us about their purpose here. Mr. Magai, welcome to Newzroom Afrika. Tell us about the purpose of your visit here today.
Thank you, Refiloe, and good morning to the viewers. On this Mandela Day, we have joined hands with the Department of Water and Sanitation as well as Coca-Cola South Africa and the Moretele local municipality to come and clean the Appice River as well as the banks. And the reason the department has chosen to come to this area, as you've alluded in your interest, that the area has been engulfed in a number of service delivery protests over water supply, and in certain instances the quality of the water that is supplied. This Appice River that you see here, as we had done a walkabout earlier, you could see that even the water here is not clear. And the problem that we are faced with as a water board is that most of our water sources where we operate in the northwest and in Gauteng are in this state. You find that the water that you abstract from the dam or the river is of such poor quality that you have to treat it 2 or 3 times before you can then put it onto your bulk infrastructure so that your municipalities and other communities can receive water, and that is a very expensive exercise. And then our own investigations have revealed that the reason why we are dealing with polluted dams and rivers is that you have people that are dumping waste onto water sources. In certain instances are established businesses, in certain instances you've got private individuals, and all of those things combined make the quality of the raw water to be quite poor, and that is hitting hard, particularly on water boards, because our mandate is to provide citizens with clean drinking water, and the exercise to treat that water becomes very, very expensive, because as I've alluded to, you then have to do a process that would take over a day to do it over 3 days, and there are chemical costs, there's electricity, there's quite a number of issues that have an adverse effect on our operations. And it is for that reason that we are here today with the department to also do public awareness campaign to inform the community of various ways in which they can dispose of any waste other than coming to the source of water then dumping it here.
Let's talk about the inconvenience that comes for the resident when maybe there has to be water restrictions or shedding because you as Magalies Water are going through the process of treating that water. What is the solution to the residents so that they don't get to be inconvenienced when you guys are busy with the process?
Well, the truth is, Refiloe, we can't avoid water shedding in certain instances, but what we try to do is to caution communities ahead. There was an incident late last year where we had to stop operations at our Falco plant in Rustenburg. That plant abstracts water from the crocodile scheme to which the Hartebeespoort Dam is linked. And when the engineer